What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's Amore J. As you know, I keep saying I'm gonna try to hang around, I'm gonna stay around, and then I get so tied up and busy with sports and everything in this dad life and all that. But look, I'm here to get my predictions on WrestleMania 40, man, as they are saying the biggest WrestleMania of all time, which I mean they kind of say that all the time, but we gonna take them for their word this time. We're gonna say that this is going to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time. So hang in with me and let's get to these predictions. Number one coming in, let's talk about it. Let's talk about that, man, The Rock and Roman Reigns, man, the tribal chief, the final boss against Cody Rhodes, man, and Seth freaking Rollins. Look, at the end of the day, what else can you expect? I expect it to be bloodline rules for night two. I just expect that to happen. How's it gonna happen? I mean, look, bloodline rules. It's gonna be the same thing from day one. It's gonna be the same thing going into day two. I mean, it could get a little messy. You know, we could have some extra interferences on both sides. You know, and maybe they will surprise us, and maybe they won't let it be bloodline rules. You know, maybe they will try to let it be a fair fight for this second night. But then again, it wouldn't be the WWE to not be messy. So I'm going with the tribal chief and the final boss somehow coming out with the victory to make sure that they have their rules on night two. Going on to the next one, we're going to go into the Raw Women's Championship match. Rhea Ripley against Becky Lynch. Now, look, I know Becky's been hearing a lot about how she's being pushed so much. She's pushed so much, you know. And look, quite frankly, I understand that I feel the same way. But then again, Charlotte, nobody gets pushed more than Charlotte or gets more opportunities than Charlotte, you know. So in this scenario, you know, I think a lot of people are probably swinging with the Becky because of how the world perceives her and thinks that she's just like that corporate person that they just love to push, that she's that perfect face for the company. But I'm gonna keep going with Rhea Ripley, man, because you know what? Rhea's been holding it down. She's been doing her thing. She's been dominant. She's getting better week by week on the mic, in the ring. I don't want to see it stop right now. I don't feel like it's slowing down. The crowd's still loving her. She's still over. Keep it going. I'm going with Rhea Ripley, man, to retain her title. Next one, the Intercontinental Championship, man. Gunther or Sami Zayn? I'm gonna make it quick, man. I'm gonna go Gunther. I get that Sami Zayn's been doing this whole training and everything, you know, with Chad Gable and all that. But at the end of the day, we all want to see Chad Gable in this match because the last time he had a match against Gunther, man, let's keep it real. That was a 10. That was, you know, that was a 5-star match. It was a banger, man. I think we all know he should have been in there. I don't know what made them sway to Sami Zayn. Obviously, they caught all the heat for it by us, the fans. You know, we all wanted Chad Gable to be in there. But at the end of the day, I'm going Gunther. I like Sami Zayn, but I think that he loses this match, and maybe this turns him into a heel after this. We'll see, but I got Gunther retaining his title. The next one, man, we got Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, man. You know what I'm saying? Main event Jey. Hey, man, you already know where I'm going with it, man. I'm going with main event Jey Uso. Like, why? What, like, come on, man. Like, you know, it's going to be little brother versus big bro versus little bro. But I'm going little bro taking over the big bro status, man. Again, it ain't gonna be no interference. I feel like Solo's gonna be too, you know, busy worried about that, you know, that tag team match and stuff like that. I think that this is gonna be a fair one-on-one, and I think the main event got that. That's just, it is what it is. Okay, so next we got that 6-pack tag team ladder match, which is wild, which is crazy, and I'm so excited for. And the 6 teams we got, man, let's see. Obviously, we got, you know, the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, you know what I'm saying? We got Awesome Truth, The Miz, and R-Truth. We got DIY, Johnny Gargano, and you know, Tommaso Ciampa. The New Day, obviously, with Kofi and Xavier Woods, you know, New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And then versus A-Town Down, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller. Now, there has been some speculation that something about Grayson and you know, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory being kicked out for like maybe like a surprise return tag team, which by all means, like, I'm with that. You know, we're all about the moments at WrestleMania. Like, I'm all for that. But why let them win to then do that? Like, to me, that makes no sense, like, at all. If that happens, I get, like, some things will probably still be excited, but I look at just like the work behind it, you know, like how the artist created and why do that. Now, if they do something like kind of cool where like they get beat up in the backstage, like right before they're coming out, kind of thing, where like maybe let's say Matt Hardy or Jeff Hardy, does something to them in the back, and then like with like a mask or something like that, and then out of nowhere they take off the mask and saying, it's us or something cool like that, cool. But just to take them out and then say, give us like a drum roll and then they come out, like I thought that'd be kind of corny, man. Like I don't know, that's just me. I think people will still be excited, but we'll see. But based off of the teams that are in this tag team championship match, you know what, my prediction, also, I do think that the belts will be separated. I finally think that we'll have a Raw Tag Team Championship and a SmackDown. I do think they're going to do something like that where one team is going to grab one slash of the belts, and maybe as they're trying to grab the other one, somebody stops them and then somebody grabs the other one. So now that changes up the predictions a little bit. And so with that being said, I feel like they might do something different with like maybe The Miz and R-Truth, right? Getting the Raw Tag Team Championships. And I mean, do they like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate that much? Do they? You know what? I think they kind of like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller right now. I think that they really like finding a way to have them on TV right now. They get a great reaction from the crowd. So, and that's where I'm going with Raw. It's a lot going on there. Damian Priest needs to cash in. If he loses the tag team championships, this may give him even more reason to go cash in. There's some weird things going on with Dominic Mysterio, with him and kind of like going over and tagging with some of the guys from SmackDown and stuff like that. So this could be like, I feel like maybe the beginning to the end, or I don't know. So again, I think that they might do something where like The Miz and R-Truth take the Raw Tag Team Championships, and A-Town down, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller take the SmackDown championships. Like I kind of feel like that could happen. So that's where my prediction is going to go with that. Next up, man, I'm excited for this one. I don't think it's going to be a long match, but we're going to, Bianca Belair, the EST, Naomi, and Jade, man, what I'm saying, versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Now, look, you know where I'm going with it. I'm saying? I'm going with them three ESTs at the end of the day, because, like they are the toughest, they are all the fastest, they are all the strongest. I mean, shit, especially Jay, goddamn it. I mean, she making me look real bad right now, but, anyways, I'm going with them. I'm going with Bianca, Naomi, and Jay, because, Bianca hasn't lost at WrestleMania in a couple years, and I don't see that stopping now. So, yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'm rocking with them, man. And last but not least, we got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. This is an interesting one. I kind of would like to see Santos and Dominic win, just to give Dominic, that dub at, WrestleMania, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like they just brought back Ray, you know what I mean? But then again, Ray might just want to, put his son over too, So when you think about it, like statistically and just, like trying to like be smart about it, I would say is, be Dominic and Santos, but I do not just because of that. Like Dominic has been doing his thing, man. I've seen the growth, when he first came into the WWE. At first, I was kind of like, damn, man, they're trying to force him to us. And it sucked because at the time it was COVID time. So it was that whole situation. Like it's hard for somebody to come into the WWE like that, and for him to be so young and to come in during that time with no fans and just how weird that transition was. I've definitely seen the growth in him now, and I definitely am a believer in what he can do for the WWE, So with that being said, I'm going Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. Looks like that's it for the day one. We're going to get into day two.